Sally, in your book, The Female Vision, which I think is the one book before the How Women Rise, you talk about some research, I think it was done by others, but it was of MRIs that were done of women's brains and of men's brains, and they lit up in very different ways. Can you give us a little insight on that?
Certainly, that was fascinating. And that research was done in neuroscience labs at Yale and at UCLA. And it was really fascinating because what it showed is that men and women essentially notice differently. That is, when women's attention is engaged, lots of areas in their brains light up at the same time. When men's attention is engaged, one area tends to light up very strongly. In other words, women could be described as radar noticers, whereas men could be described as laser noticers. And this is really important because when we talk about vision, vision is composed of three elements. It's what you notice, it's what you value about what you notice, and how you tell a story or connect the dots about the importance of what you notice. So if we have a different noticing capacity, it's going to inform how we articulate what our vision is. So the book is really focused on very practical ways in which women can more effectively convey their vision to laser noticers, that is men.
Interesting. And that may have something to do with multi-processes as well. Oh. Yep. Sorry, go ahead on that. You were going to say something about multi-processing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's as if women's brains are multi-processing. It's probably one of the reasons that women can be skilled at multitasking, which has its negative and downside potentially, because it can involve us in a lot of distraction. But I think what's so important about it is that recognition that men are more laser-like noticers and that women are more radar-like noticers, whereas obviously it's not true in every case. We're human beings and individuals. It can really help us because often when we try to talk about something we believe is important as women, we're eager to supply the background or a lot of details, or let me tell you how I came up with this idea. Whereas men's more get to the bottom line focus can make it difficult for them to hear that. And they can perceive that as being kind of all over the map, as opposed to really visionary, which it often is.